After watching this supplement landing page design masterclass, you'll be a real ninja of Elementor Page Builder. You can literally design and animate anything in Elementor, whatever you'll imagine. Let's have a quick sneak peek at what we'll create in this video step by step. First, you'll learn how to create a logo using a free online tool, then move on to building a stunning header with a navigation menu. Next up, we'll design an eye-catchy banner area featuring product and ingredients images. And guess what? They'll animate as you move your cursor or scroll through your page. We'll add sleek buttons with cool hover effects to enhance the user experience. Then comes the product features section, where you'll master creating unique, creative layout in Elementor. Below that, we'll design an attention-grabbing guarantee badge for added trust. You'll also learn how to build amazing interactive tabs, so when someone clicks, the related ingredient image and description will pop up at the top. I'll walk you through adding videos with icons that open in beautiful pop-ups. Then we'll design sleek product cards within a beautifully crafted carousel. Right after that, we'll create a step-by-step pricing table that looks amazing and converts. Following the pricing table, we'll add a testimonial carousel to build credibility. You'll also learn how to include bibliographic references to ensure your supplement page is compliant with advertising guidelines. And finally, we'll top it off with a beautifully crafted footer to wrap everything up perfectly. Most interestingly, we'll learn how to make any web page 100% responsive for mobile and tablet devices, so there wouldn't be any technical boundary. All the hidden techniques in Elementor Flex Container, everything in details step by step. This tutorial is 100% beginner friendly. You don't need to have any coding skills or any design experience, so if you are very new to WordPress and Elementor, this single tutorial will make you a professional web designer. I'll even provide you with all the necessary images so you can follow along with this video step by step. Can you believe we'll be doing all of this just by using a drag and drop page builder? No prior coding or design skill is required. This tutorial is for complete beginners. Now let me introduce you to myself first. My name is Taimunishad. I'm a professional web developer. Even in the past, I have completed so many freelance WordPress projects for my clients. So basically, you're learning all the best methods and techniques from a real professional web developer. I'm really excited. If you're excited like me, please give this video a big thumbs up. That's the only thing I ask from you. Other than that, this video is completely free for you. Just have a look. If you like this video, then from the YouTube's left bar, you can go to the liked videos and find this video easily later. Alright, we'll be creating our awesome sales landing page in easy 4 steps. First, I'll show you how to get your own domain name and web hosting. I'll also provide you with a 78% discount link. Then, how to install WordPress. Then how to install a free theme and a free page builder. Finally, we'll start to create our amazing landing page. I'll also be adding timestamp in the description so you can always jump into the necessary part you need. If you already have your domain name and web hosting, you can skip part 1. And if you have installed WordPress inside your web hosting, then you can skip part 2 as well. You can just jump into step number 3 by following the timestamp. Alright, now let's start with the step number 1, which is to get your domain name and web hosting. So first of all, what is a domain name? Domain name is basically your website address, like Facebook has facebook.com, Amazon has amazon.com, we have jimfahaddigital.com. Similarly, for your website, you need an address that will be your website name.com. And what is web hosting? Web hosting is the storage space for your website. All the images, text you will have in your website, all will be stored on your own web hosting. As you are owning your own web hosting, so there wouldn't be any limitation. You can run ads, you can upload text or images, you can upload any themes or plugins you want. You are in charge of your own website. Now, how to get your own web hosting with a free domain name? So first, just click on the very first link in the description below this video, or you can just go to jimfahaddigital.com/best host. And this will take you to a special discount Hostinger page. So why Hostinger? In my opinion, Hostinger is the most affordable and also the fastest web hosting provider available. Just have a look into their Trustpilot reviews. People are super happy with their hosting speed, affordable pricing, and customer support. Now from here, you can change your language. If you speak Spanish, Portuguese, or Hindi, you can select any language from here. One thing I also want to say is that this page changes quite often. In fact, they probably change it once a month. So if the banner or interface looks different, don't worry, don't panic, this happens quite often. It's the same website. Let's scroll down a bit. You'll find all different plans. By the way, here we can see 3 plans, but sometime you may see 4 plans here. But just don't panic because you can create your website with any of these plans. But as you are starting out, I recommend taking this premium or business plan. With both of these plans, you can create up to 100 websites. For example, today you're creating a portfolio website, tomorrow you want to create a business website, and next week you want to create an e-commerce website, so you don't need to purchase hosting each time. So here, with this premium plan, you'll get 100 GB of SSD storage. With the business plan, you get 200 GB of NVMe storage, and with any of these plans, you'll get all the features like unlimited free SSL, so all of your website would be encrypted and super secure. Unlimited bandwidth, so there wouldn't be any limit how many website visitors you will have. Free email, you can create hundreds of professional email addresses like info@yourwebsite.com or admin@yourwebsite.com like this. Then free domain. Yes, like I said, you'll get a domain name for free. You'll also get tons of WordPress features like free one-click WordPress installation, free website migration, so if you want to move your existing website from another hosting provider to Hostinger, they will transfer it on behalf of you. How cool is that? Now let's talk about the security. Personally, I'm very serious about website security, and Hostinger just nailed it with all of these features like Cloudflare protected name servers, malware scanners, and all of these. I've had very bad experiences with other web hosting providers. We have got so many malware attacks and we had to pay the hosting providers additionally to use their other security tools. But here in the Hostinger, you're getting all of these security tools for free. Now let's select a plan. Like I said, you can take any of this plan based on your needs. For now, I'm taking the premium plan. You can upgrade it later anytime, so click on Add to Cart. Alright, right here, you're going to see different options. Now this is referring how long do you want to host with Hostinger. So we have 1 month, 12 months, 14 months, and then we also have 48 months. First of all, I don't recommend going with the 1 month because it's almost $12 a month, which is super expensive and wouldn't want that. My recommendation would be go with 48 months. So for the 4 years, you just need to pay $2.99 per month. That will save you $432. And then after those 4 years, you start to pay $7.99 per month, which is still super affordable for a web hosting plan that can hold up to 100 websites. But if you just want to start with 2 years or 1 year, you can click over here. And then in your first year, you just have to pay $3.19 per month, and you're still going to create up to 100 websites. And after that, first year you start to pay $9.99 per month. So the longer the first period, the more discount you will get when you renew your plan. So if you have the budget and you want to get the most discount possible, you can go for the 48 months. And after those 48 months, you start pay around $7.99 per month instead of $9.99 per month. But wait, there is more. If you scroll down here you'll see have a coupon code. And if you fill with my special coupon code JFD10 and then click on the apply, you'll now get a total of 76% discount. Can you believe we are getting a super fast web hosting with the free domain name for the full year only for $34? What an amazing deal, right? So I scroll up again. Here you see pricing is only $2.87 a month for the first 12 months, $2.78 a month per the first 24 months, and $2.69 a month for first 48 months.
Now let's scroll down, put your email here. Make sure you use your best email address because they will create hosting account with this email address. And then let's put a very strong password here. Now you see you can pay with your credit card, PayPal or Google Pay, or you can even pay using your cryptocurrency. Also, you may see more different local payment options based on your country. So let's just skip this part and scroll down here. And in here, I'm just putting my card informations. Then let's just click on Submit Secure Payment. So from here, you can skip this part. From here, make sure you select WordPress from here. Now, let's click on the Select WordPress button. So here it says create login details for WordPress account. So in order to create an WordPress account, we need to put our email address and password. So my email address is already here, so I'm using this one. And let's put a strong password. I pasted my password. Then let's click on the next. And now it says, what will your website look like? So right now we don't want any theme, so we'll just click on the skip. Here it says, do you want pre-selected plugins for your website? No, I don't want it. So let's click on here. No, I want to select plugins manually, and let's then click on the next. Also, we can just skip this. So in here, it's asking what's your website name. So basically it's referring to choose your domain name. So let's select a name for our site. Let's type JFD Toots. Once I typed in, you can see on the bottom, it's suggesting the domain with the extension like jfdtoots.in, jfdtoots.me, and jfdtoots.com and more. From here, you can choose any extension you like, but I recommend you to choose the .com because it sounds more professional and legit. So I'm gonna choose the .com and I'm just gonna click next. Here it says where is your target audience. You can just keep this default, which in my case they have selected a data center in the United States, the closest one they have to my country, but in your case it can be a different one. So you can just keep it default or change it from here, or you can just change it later on. So I'm just keeping it as it is and I'm just clicking on the next button. Now it's installing WordPress. We are almost there. Let's just wait a bit. And right now, we're at the control panel of the Hostinger. And from here, if we go into the Home tab, you'll see in the account actions, it's saying we have sent a verification email to your Gmail account. So let's check our email. You'll find an email address in your inbox that's called verify your email address. Now from here, we'll just simply click on this verify email. Now it will take you back to the Hostinger cPanel with the email address confirmed. Now from here, I want to get my WordPress. So from the premium web hosting here on this manage button, I'm just gonna click this. Now it will take us to the Hostinger dashboard. Now from here, it says WordPress overview. Let's click that. And then under here, it says admin panel. Let's just click on here. And it will directly take us to the WordPress dashboard.
Alright, finally we are at our WordPress admin panel, also known as the dashboard. I'll make you familiar with all the necessary options here like posts, media, pages, comment, appearance and more. But before that, let's clean up our dashboard a bit. Because right now it is looking really messy. We can just close this welcome pop-up and then we can just close these widgets like this. Or if you want, you can click on this screen options. And from here, just deselect all the options one by one like this. And all will be gone and it will start to look cleaner. But there is more stuff to clean up. Like if you click on this plugins, we can see some plugins here. This came by default after installing the WordPress. And if you are wondering what is plugin is an extra tool or add-on that extends the functionality of your website. And of course, we'll be needing some plugins to build our website, but not these specific ones. So what I'm going to do is select all these like this and click on this bulk action, then select the deactive. Then click on this apply and all the plugins will be deactivated. Now I'm going to select all of the plugin again. Then from the bulk action this time, select this delete option and click on this apply. And it will ask for the confirmation. Just click OK. Now all the unnecessary plugin has been deleted. Great. Now I'm gonna make you familiar with some basic settings like changing your basic informations or user password. So just click on this users option. And under this users, click on this profile. And here you can see so many options, like we have this admin color scheme. With this we can change the color scheme of this dashboard, but this doesn't matter that much because only we can see this as we are the admin of this website. So I'm just gonna keep it default. Now if we scroll down, we'll find the language option. In the language option we get so many language options. You can select any of these, but I'm just gonna keep it site default, which is English. After that we can set our first name, last name, like this. And here you have the nickname. We can change it from here. After that we have this display name publicly as. So here we get couple of options, couple of variations, like one is first name, one is last name, then one is the full name. I'm gonna select this full name here. So this one basically I'm gonna show you an example with this picture. So in this picture we can see this is a basic post, right? And here this name is the author name of this post. So basically the author set this name for him. So on every post, this name will be automatically shown. And in our case, we chose this name, this variation here. So on all of our posts, this name will be shown. Alright, after that we have this email option. We can change the email or website address, but I'm not messing with these options right now. After that, we can definitely change our profile picture. Just click on here to change it. Then we have this new password option. If we click on this set new password, WordPress will automatically generate a strong password for you, but of course you can type your own password. I typed my password here, although it's saying medium, but I'm okay with this. So if we scroll down, you'll see this update profile button. Click it, and all the changes here we have made will be saved. Okay, now I'm going to show you other basic settings. If we hover over this settings and click on this general, will be here. Here as well we have so many options. So this is the site title. We can change our site title to anything we want. We can just type anything here, and the site title will be instantly changed on the top here. Okay, after that we have this tagline. In the tagline we can put some meaningful stuff like best supplement brand in USA. This tagline can actually help you rank on the search engine as well. After we have the site icon, using this option you can change your site icon on this tab. Okay, then we have other informations here. Then if you scroll down, you'll get a time zone option here. You can change to any time zone based on your location. Then we have this date format and time format. You can choose any of these in between these. Okay, now let's scroll down and save the changes. Now I'm gonna show you a very important settings in the WordPress dashboard. If you click on this permalinks, here we have many type of permalink structure like plain, day and name, numeric, post name. Right now it is set to this, but in your case it can be set to this plain or numeric. Anything can be by default, but I highly recommend you to choose this post name permalink. I'll tell you why. So here is a basic example of difference between a plain and post name permalinks. So with the plain permalinks, your website address will look something like yourwebsite.com/a bizarre number that is not readable at all. But on the other hand, with this post name permalink, your website address will be like yourwebsitename.com/a page name like this, about us. So this one looks good, it's more readable, and this can also help you rank on the search engines as well. So make sure you select this post name permalink and save the changes. Alright, our permalink setting is done. And at this point, I want to make you familiar with two basic terms. One is the backend or the dashboard of your website, and other one is front end of your website. So here all the options you're seeing, all the settings, every details is part of backend or the dashboard of your website. And if you want to see your front end website, just hover over your site title and this visit site option will come up. Let's open this on a new tab. And let's go to the tab. So this is our front-end website, and the whole world can see this portion of your website. Right now it is looking like this, but we can turn this page into anything we want. And now I'm going to show you a way to change the look and feel of your website, like the front-end website. So let's go to our dashboard. So basically from the dashboard, you manage your whole website, and all the results of your work is shown on the front-end website. The page people are going to see, right? So let's go back to the dashboard. And one of the way to change the look and feel of our front-end website is to use the themes. If you hover over this appearance, we'll have this themes option. In the themes, we can see we are having some default themes like 2024, 2023, 2, and this 2024 is the currently active one. So as you can see, this particular theme is right now shown in our front-end website. But if we activate this one, for example, then go to our front end and refresh, you see our whole website look and feel has been changed according to the theme we have activated, right? And if you want, you can actually add more themes by clicking on this button or this big button, add new theme. And here in the WordPress store, you will find thousands of themes. You can just download and install any theme from here. So I'm gonna search for a theme here, which is Hello Elementor. So this is the one. From here, just click on this install. And after it gets installed, just click on this activate. Now this Hello Elementor theme is activated. Now if we go to our front-end website and refresh, we can see the other theme is taking the control on our front-end website. I know this theme is looking really empty or boring, but trust me, we can turn this page into a masterpiece just by using a page builder. And you already know what is the best page builder for WordPress. Yes, it is Elementor Page Builder. So basically, this theme, this Hello Elementor theme, will support our Elementor Page Builder the best. So we'll build our website in Elementor Page Builder, but the theme will support us, okay? So now we'll get our Elementor Page Builder in our WordPress. And for this website, we're gonna use Elementor Pro version. But I'll tell you upfront, you can actually build the website using only Elementor free version. But to create an advanced website, only Elementor free version can be really hassle. And it can take much longer to create a website using Elementor Page Builder free version compared to the Pro version. So to get the Elementor Pro version, we can just go to jimfahaddigital.com. By the way, I'll put this page's link in the description below. So if you scroll down, you will find this important links. And under this important links, you will get this Get Elementor Pro. Just click on it. And we'll be here. If you scroll down a little bit from here, you'll get to see some pricing for the Elementor Pro version. We have the plans like Essential Website Builder, Advanced Website Builder, Expert or Agency Website Builder. And we can see this advanced one is the most popular one here. With this one, you can create up to 3 sites. You get all the pro widgets, theme builder and more. But with the Expert Website Builder, you can create up to 25 websites. And then with the Agency Website Builder, you can create up to 1000 websites with it. It has all the custom features, e-commerce features, every necessary thing you need to create a advanced website. So just to give you an idea, if you're just starting out with the Elementor Page Builder or building websites, you can go with this advanced website plan. Because with this, you can create up to 3 websites and then it has all the pro widgets and all. But if you are a freelancer or an agency owner, I recommend to get the more advanced plan like this Expert plan or this Agency plans. Because as a freelancer or an agency, you need to produce more websites. And these plans has the support to create more websites. Like with this one, you can create up to 25 and this one, this is 1000. And even if you're just starting out, but you have the plan to do freelancing or create an agency in the future, you can just buy these plans for the future. So you don't have to upgrade or buy it again when you need to create more websites, right? So now, just to show you, I'm gonna buy this one, this Advanced Website Builder. So let's just click on this Buy Now. So here, fill up all your billing infos like first name, last name, your country name, and most of the things actually here are optional. So let me just quickly fill up all these. So I have just put this necessary stuff. Then you can click on this Continue option. And in this area, just put your card information. And after reading this summary, just click on this Pay Now. Alright, so after purchasing and after login, you will be in your Elementor dashboard. So from here, all we need to do is click on this billing and we'll have this download zip option. Just click on it. And a zip file will be downloaded on your PC. So keep this zip file here. Now let's go back to our dashboard. Now let's go to the plugins. And we don't have any plugin because we have deleted all these. So let's click on this Add New Plugin. And also in here, you can install thousands of plugins. But from here, I'm gonna search Elementor. and this is the Elementor Page Builder plugin. So from here, just click on this install now. And after installing, click on this activate. And we can see some onboarding like this. Just click on this cross to close all of these. And we'll be on our dashboard again. I just want to delete this option from here. Okay. Now let's go to the plugins, and we can see this Elementor plugin has been installed. But this one is the Elementor free version, because in order to use the Elementor Pro version, we have to have the Elementor free version in our WordPress. So we have added the free version. Now let's go to the add new plugin again. And this time we're going to click on this upload plugin. Now I'm going to open the folder, and we have the zip file. So basically this zip file is for the Elementor Pro version. You cannot find the Elementor Pro version in the WordPress store. You have to download it from your Elementor account. Okay. So from your folder, you can just drag and drop the file right here and just click on this install now. And here you can see our plugin is successfully installed. So from here, just click on this activate plugin. And here our Elementor Pro version is being added here. But this Pro version is not connected yet to our Pro account, right? So just click on this connect and activate. And if you are logged in on your Elementor Page Builder, this option will automatically come here. Just click on this active my license. And our Elementor Page Builder Pro version is active. Great. Now let's go back to plugins again. And we can see our Elementor free version and the Pro version is ready to work. And that's it. We don't need any other plugins. We just need Elementor Page Builder to create our whole website. So to create our page, we have to go to these pages. And in our pages, we can see we're having some default pages like privacy policy and a sample page. We can just select two like this. From the bulk action, select this move to trash and click the apply. And it will be trashed. Now let's click on this add new page. And here we have to enter our page name. So I'm gonna be creating my home page. So home, and after that just click on this publish, and our home page will be published. But if we go to our front-end website and refresh, we can see there is no home page. But in our front-end website, we have to show our home page, right? Because anyone lands on your website address should see your home page. So just go to the dashboard, click on this icon to go back to the dashboard. So basically we have to make our home page default on the front end page, right? So simply go to the settings and click on this reading. And we have this your home page display. Currently it's set to your latest post, which is, we can see this is a random post. So we don't want that. Click on this static page, and under this home page, just select this home. After selecting home, just click on this save changes. And now if we go to our front end website and refresh, we can see instead of the post, we have this home page. Like, I know this is really empty. There is nothing because we did not create anything in our home page. We just created our home page and it is empty. That's why it is looking like this. Alright, so now let's go to our page, like in our home page, and start building our whole website. Just from here, click on this home and click on this edit with Elementor to open this home page in the Elementor Page Builder and create anything you like. But before that, make sure you click on this save. After saving, click on this edit with Elementor. Here you can just close this notification from Elementor. And here we are in our Elementor Page Builder where the real fun begins. So here, if you notice on this part, this right side of this Elementor Page Builder, we can see this is really similar to this area of our front-end website, right? So basically anything we will add in this beautiful box or change anything within this, all will be changed and added on this front-end website. Makes sense? But before that, let me make you familiar with some of these options. Like, these are called Elementor widgets or Elementor elements. Like, we have heading, image, text editor, video, button. Using all these widgets, we will build different elements for our website. So basically these are the building blocks of the website. If you scroll down, you will have this Pro dropdown. In the Pro dropdown, we have many advanced or premium widgets like gallery, loop carousel, slides, like many advanced options. So you can only use this if you have the Elementor Pro version. You cannot use these using the free version only. Alright, and of course we have other many widgets. So here I want to give you some basic example that how this page builder works. So for example, I can take one of the basic widgets from here, like this container. If I drag and drop this container inside this box, a basic box will be added here. Then if I want to add another element, you can just click on this plus icon, add new element. And for example, I add this heading widget inside this container. And this text will be added here. We can just double click to change it. Or we can change the text from the left side on here, okay? So basically on this panel, left side panel, every information showing is from this text because we have selected this text. After that, for example, you want to change this text color. You have to go to this style tab. In the style tab, first we have this alignment. We can use this alignment to center this text like this, or align it to the right side or left side, okay? After that, we have this text color option. By default, we can see this is having a blue type of color, but we can change it to anything we like, okay? After this color, we have this typography option. In the typography, you can change the font style, font family. For example, one of the favorite font of mine is this Poppins font. After selecting, you can see this font's style has been changed. After that, we have this text size. You can use the slider to adjust the text size. Or of course you can put any specific value like 30 pixel or 50 pixel. Then we have this font weight. Using this weight, you can make your text bold or thin. The lower number makes it thinner and the higher number makes it bolder, okay? After we have this transform. Using the transform, we can make this text fully uppercase or fully lowercase or capitalized, all right? Then we have other options like style. You can make it italic. Decoration, you can add a underline. Then we have this line height. Using this, we can increase or decrease the line height of a text. After that, we have this letter spacing. Using this letter spacing, you can literally add space between each of your words. How cool is that? And similarly, we have this word spacing. Using this, you can add space between each of your words. Awesome. So you see, it has so much potential to show your creativity, right? Alright, so I'm gonna just delete all this value to make the text default. Alright, so after this heading, we can add more elements. To give you some example, like this text editor, if we drag and drop after this heading, it will be added. So this is basically dedicated to write big text like a paragraph. You can change the text from here, but let's go to the style. We can make it center as well. Like the options are very similar. Like we can change the text color. Then we have the typography as well. We can adjust everything from here. Now let's say you want to add any other type of element like a button. You can just add it here, and to change the button text, you have to type right here. We can just type anything like read more, and using this button, you can make any action, like you can take a person anywhere. For example, you want that if anyone clicks on this button, it will take them to the google.com. So in this link option, you can just type google.com, and when anyone clicks on this button, it will take them to this particular link. All right. After, if we want to style this button, we have to go to the style. Then we have this position. We can make it center like this. Then we have the typography for the button as well. We can change the font to Poppins, font weight. Then we have the size, of course. All right. So this is the typography. After that, we have this text color option. We can make it white color or any color using the color picker. After that, we have this background type. In the background type, it is selected as classic, and this color is the background color, which is this green. But we can of course make it to anything. Now for example, I want to make this button color exactly like this text color. So the simple hack is you can click on this color sampler, and you can take your cursor on this text to pick the exact color like this. Just click on this color, and this color will be selected on this button as well. Great, right? Then we have this border radius. We can add some roundness around the button. Then we have this button's padding. Using this padding, we can control the thickness or space inside this button. Like if I put 2020 on every side, it will be like this. Alright, so you can show your creativity here. Now let's say you want to add space between the elements here. Like maybe you want to push this button more to the bottom here, right? So for that, we have this advanced tab. Basically in the advanced tab, we have all the advanced stuff. We'll know all of this later in this tutorial, but let me give you some example for this margin and padding. So I'm gonna first unlink this margin to add a separate value on each side. So for example, on the top, I put 20 pixel value. And here you can see on the top of this button, it added 20 pixel gap or 20 pixel margin. Similarly, if we put 20 pixel on the bottom, it will do the same. So I can use this way to push down this button more to the bottom, right? So this is really useful. And actually this padding is really similar to this margin. For example, if we unlink this and add some padding on the top, it will just add the space on the top similar to the margin. But of course it has different use cases. I'll show you everything in detail in the tutorial. Right now I'm just giving you some rough examples so you can know how it works and get a little comfortable with everything. So now let's say you don't like an element in here and you want to delete it. All you have to do is right click on that element and you will have this delete option. Just click it and it will be gone from your area. And then you realize you mistakenly deleted that element. You can always press Ctrl and Z to undo your action, or Ctrl plus Y to redo your actions. Okay, so currently in our page builder this is looking like this. So if we do one thing, we can publish it, click on this publish, and now if we go to our frontend website and refresh, we can see this example element is loaded in our frontend website. So now you know everything you do here will be visible right here. So now I'm gonna delete all this basic like example stuff. And now I want to make you familiar with a really important concept in the website design. This is called flexbox concept. So first, if you click on this plus icon, then click on this flexbox. In the flexbox, you have many structure options. I'm just gonna click on this first one for now, which is called direction column. And this will just add a really simple container box. This is same as this container earlier we have dragged in here. So if we select this one, so basically this is a box. We can basically control this box, like we can make it full width and control the whole width of this box. Then we can control the mean height of this box. Maybe we can put some custom value like 600 pixel and this box will be 600 pixel long or 500 pixel long. Alright, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this element and I'm gonna add more container inside this container. So if you turn on this structure mode, you'll get this structure option. In the structure you can see all the things is happening right here. Like I have added a container here first, it's added the container here, then inside the container we have added another container, so it is showing right here. So you can call this one your minimap. Okay, so let's select this last container we have added, but before that let's select this first container and I want to actually color this. To color this container you have to go to the style tab, then under this background type click on this classic, then in the color we can select any color like a bluish but very light. Alright, so this is our container color. Then let's select this inner container. If we make it full width, then and we can make this width anything like 300 pixel, then mean height we can set 100 pixel, and I want to change this container's color as well. So in the style, simply open this background color and let's maybe make it blue but little bit deeper like this. Okay, so basically this small container is child container of this big container. So we can just double click it and rename this parent container, and we can just double click and rename this child container. Now you can right click on this container and you will see this duplicate option. If you click it, this will be duplicated. I want another, so duplicate again. So basically we are having 3 child container inside this parent container. Now I'm gonna show you the real deal. So inside this parent container, let's go to the layout, and in the layout we have many options like direction, justify content and all. So if we make this justify content to center, you can see all of the child container inside is being aligned center vertically. Then we have this align items. If we make it center, you can see it is being centered horizontally. So basically this parent container is controlling the alignment of all the child container because all the child container is inside this parent container. After that, we have this direction option inside the parent container. Currently, this is set as the vertical or column, but if we make this direction to row, you can see every item is being aligned horizontally or in a row. So this basic structuring will be the game of making any type of layout or structure for your website. After that, we have these gaps. Using these gaps, we can actually control the gap between all the elements inside. Alright. After that, I want to show you another thing. So for example, let's go to the elements and maybe add a button inside this child container. Now, if we select this middle child container and like make this justify content to center and align item center, this is aligning this inner child or this button centered like this. But if we select this parent container and maybe we'll make it justify content to end or align items end, we can see this parent container is aligning all the blue containers but not this button, because this button is not immediate child of this parent container, but this button is immediate child of this blue containers. So by changing on the blue containers, this button is being affected, okay? And making changes on this parent container, these blue ones are getting affected. So once you master the flexbox concept, you can literally design any type of layout or any type of structure all by yourself. So make sure practice the layouting more and more, because practicing teach you the best. Alright, so I think it is enough theoretical talking and it's time to be more practical. So let's delete all of this example stuff and make our whole website step by step. So first, here we have some default text like these and this, right? But we don't want that. We want a really empty page so that we can make anything we want without any distraction. So all we gotta do is click on this page settings, and if you scroll down, you will find this page layout. Just make this Elementor canvas, and we will have a really empty canvas. Now let's publish this. Now if we go to our front end and refresh, we can see there is literally nothing except the white page. And one thing I want to tell you upfront, that as we are going to make our whole website step by step, and you know it will be hours long, so if you are ready to invest your next 2 to 3 hours, then you can watch this full step by step tutorial. But let's say you don't have such long time, or you are on a rush, but you want your website to be done really fast. So in this case, I have another option for you, that is using ready templates. Using ready templates, you can make your whole website within a few clicks. And I know a best website that has really professional ready templates that you can use to build your website, which is kitpapa.com. Kitpapa has almost every type of categories for the website you can imagine, like business, agency, portfolio, technology, apps, education, health, you can just name it. So for example, let's check this portfolio category, and in that category we can see we have multiple template options. All these are perfectly dedicated ready templates for this portfolio category. These are made by professionals with years of experience. Like for example, we can check this out. So this is the template purchasing page, and we can see this is really affordable, only $9.99. And here you'll find a really interesting thing. If you click on this live demo, this whole website will be loaded in a beautiful iframe. With this, you can check out the whole website, and with this option, you can check the website's tablet version, mobile version, like this. And of course, if you click on this visit site, you can experience the whole website in a separate page like this. Alright, now let's go back. So let's click on this Kitpapa logo, and we can actually search for any template here. I'm gonna search for muscle up, and let's search it, and you'll find a template. This is muscle up supplement landing page Elementor template. Let's check this out. Again, you'll find all the details and a video guide, and this template is really affordable as well, less than $10, and you can check this in a live demo as well. As you can see, this is really professional landing page made by professional experts. So you can check the whole website in live demo in detail, and then you can decide to buy it. As you can see, this website is really pixel perfect in design, and it's really easy to install. So if you want to buy this, you can buy this single template, but let's say you are a freelancer or an agency owner, you can actually buy their all templates. They have a buy all package. With the buy all package, you get the full access to all the premium kits in KitPapa website. You can see they have hundreds of premium websites and they literally update 10 plus kits per month. That's mean if you get this buy all package once, you're not only getting hundreds of free template kits, but you're getting all the new websites they upload per month. With all of their kits, you at least can earn $3,000 to $4,000 by making website for your clients. And what is all you have to pay is only $49. In my opinion, cannot get any better deal than this. So if you're planning to buy this, I recommend you to buy this within this limited time lifetime access. So it will only cost you $49. So make sure you don't miss this offer. Just click on this grab the deal and you'll have all the premium template kits from the KitPapa. But if you still want to make the whole website step by step with me, then let's go back to our tutorial. Alright, so now finally we'll start to create our beautiful homepage here. So let's turn on the structure so you can keep your eye on everything what is going on. Alright, so first of all, let's click on this page settings. Then if you go to this style tab, you'll see a background type option here. Select classic, and in this color, we can select any color, but I'm gonna type a specific color code. Type FFFBE6. And what will happen, our whole page color will be changed to this wheat type of color. Before it was white color, now it is wheat color, okay? Right, now let's close this page settings and click on this add element. Then let's take a container inside this box. So basically, we'll start creating our website from the banner section. Although on every website you see the first section tends to be the header section, right? But I'm gonna make the header section at the last because the header section can be a little bit tricky. So the banner section will be perfect for you to learn, especially if you are a beginner. Alright, so we have added a container and we can see in the structure, this container is here. So to better organize, renaming any element in the Elementor page builder doesn't do anything, but it helps you to keep everything organized, right? Alright, so in the banner section, first let's make this direction to column. Then we have these gaps. I'm gonna make these gaps 0. Now go to the style, and from here click on this background overlay. Then click on this background type to classic. And the image option will come up, just click on it. And you'll have a media library. But in the media library, we don't have any image or any other file. So we have to upload our images. By the way, if you want to get all the images I'm going to be using in this tutorial, just go to the jimfadigital.com. By the way, I'll put the link in the description of this page. So you'll find this, download the resources I have used in this tutorial. Just click on it. And you'll simply get a zip file from the Google Drive. Just make sure you download this. Then after extracting the file, if you go to this folder, you'll get all the images in this folder. So let's go back to our Elementor, and in this field, I'm just gonna select all this image except for this SVG folder. Just select all the images and drag all these, drop it inside this area, and all the images will start to upload. Alright, so all images has been uploaded. Now for this banner section, I want an image that will be this one. This is called pattern 1 if you notice this title here. So select this, click on the select. Right, so this image has been loaded here. Now what I'm going to do is, inside this position, I'm going to select this bottom center. Then we have this repeat. I'm going to make the repeat to no repeat, and display size, I'm going to make it cover. After making it cover, this image will cover the whole container. Then we have this opacity. Just make this opacity to 1. So this image will be fully visible. After that, let's go to the advanced tab. And first unlink the padding. Then on the top, let's make it 36 pixel. On the right, let's make it 30 pixel. Then keep this bottom 0. And on the left, make it 30 pixel. So if you notice carefully here, I added some space on the left side and on the top side and on the right side. But I did not add any space on the bottom side. That's why this is 0, okay? And here I think I can give you some example of difference between the margin and padding. So I have added the padding here. So basically you can see inside this banner section, this padding added some space inside this section, right? But if I, for example, put some margin on the top, like 50 pixel, you can see this banner section is adding 50 pixel gap on the top, but on the outside, not inside like this padding. Doesn't matter how much padding you give, like 100 pixel, this padding will leave space inside this particular section. But margin is adding the gap outside of this container, right? Alright, so let's undo our action because there was only to give you the example. So Ctrl Z to bring our old value like this, and just to inherit the margin, just link it again and select the value, then click backspace on the keyboard and everything will be default. Okay, so after adding the padding, let's add a container inside this banner section. So the container here, then make sure you keep this container content width to full width. Then I'm gonna make the gaps all 0. Then let's go to the advanced and I'm gonna make the padding 0 as well, because by default on every element you get some padding, but I'm making it 0. I mean, you cannot see any value, but there is a default value which is invisible, but I'm making sure we don't need any value by adding 0 here. Okay, alright, so after this container, inside this container I want an image widget, so drag it here, and on this image we can select an image from here, and of course our media will come up here. Let's select an image, and for this one, if you scroll down, you'll find this circle image. This is called banner circle.png. Just select this and this image will be loaded here, and you see this section is already starting to look really unique. Okay, so let's go to the advanced of this image widget, and first let's make this self-align center, and after making this self-align center, I'm making sure this image is on the center and it's only taking this amount of space on the center. Okay, but if we make it align self to start, it will be on the left side, or to the end it will be on the right side, but I want it on the center. Okay, now if you scroll down, you will find the z-index option. On the z-index I wanted to type -2, and you see after adding this -2 value, this image has been faded with this, I mean by this background image, right? But right now we don't want that. We wanted this -2 because I wanted to keep this image backward, but I want to keep this image upward from this overlay. So actually you may not understand it right now, but when we'll do it practically, you'll know it best. So to fix that, just click on this container and scroll down and make this z-index 1 and it will be solved. So keeping this z-index -2, and at the same time this image is not messing up. Okay, and of course you will know the reason I'm putting the -2 here later. Okay, so after this image I'm gonna add another image, so let's add it here, and then select this image, and from here if you scroll down, you'll find this image. This is called bigjar.png. Select this and it will be here, but actually I want this image exactly right here, like on the middle of the circle. So to do that, we can easily use the custom positioning. So first of all, select the image, go to the advanced tab, make this width inside this advanced tab to full width 100%. After that, if you scroll down, you will find this position, and I'm gonna make it position to absolute. And when you make position absolute, your element doesn't take any real space in the area. Like when it was default, it was taking a separate place for itself, but when it's absolute, it is not taking any space inside the section. Okay, and it is fully custom right now, like this is all free to position anywhere in the page. Okay, but of course we're not gonna do it like this, like manually with hand. We're gonna use really precise values here. So first make this horizontal orientation to left, then offset, keep it 0. Then vertical orientation to top and offset 0. So this image will stay on the middle like this. And now it looks like I can tell you the reason why I put this z-index, like -2 z-index on this first image. So if I delete this z-index 2 and make it z-index 2, you can see this first image is overwriting the other image. Okay, so by making it minus value, I'm making sure that this image always stays on the background. That makes sense, right? Okay, so after that, after this image, I want to add more image. So let's just drag in the image here. But after positioning this image, it can be little hard to use the drag and drop feature. So what you can do is put this image anywhere you can. Like as you can see, this image is on the middle, but it's supposed to stay on here. You can just drag this image all the way to the bottom here, okay? But if this image was like here, it would have been like this, right? But I want it all the way to the end, okay? Now for this third image, let's select this image. So if you scroll down, you'll find this image. This is called img1.png. Select this and we'll have this. Now I want to make this image custom position as well. So let's go to the advanced, make the image to full width and then position. Yes, absolute. Then I'm gonna position this image. So first of all, horizontal orientation to left, then offset here 150 pixel, then vertical orientation to top and offset minus 15 pixel. So it will be right here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this z index to send this image to the backward. So we can use -1 and it will be backward of this image but forward of this image, okay? So it's already looking really nice. Then let's add the third image. We can add it anywhere and drag it all the way to the end. Then select the image. Fourth one will be this one. This is called img2.png. Select this, and of course I want this position absolute as well. So full width, then position absolute, then position it to make it horizontal orientation to right, offset 100 pixel, and vertical to bottom, offset 30 pixel. And actually one thing for this image, scroll up and make this width actually default, so it will be like this. Alright, so then after this image, let's add more. Actually, you can do one thing. You can just right click on the last image, then duplicate this. This image will be duplicate, and then we have to change the last image. So for the fifth image, we'll select this image. This is called img3.png. Select this, and as you can see, this image has been added here. Now let's go to the advanced and scroll down, and we can see this is already positioned absolute because we have just duplicated the previous image, right? So it has all the value, exact same value. We just have to change the value here. So first, horizontal to left, offset 15, vertical to top, offset -15. After that, we have the z index. I'm gonna make it -3 pixels, so it will go backward even after this first image, this round circle image, okay? This round circle image was -2 z index, but this last image has -3 z index, so it should be more backward, okay? Alright, so after this image, let's duplicate this. This will be the last image in this container, so let's change the image. The sixth image will be, if you scroll down, you'll find this image. This is called img4. Alright, so let's position it. Horizontal left, offset 140 pixel, vertical to bottom, and offset 0. And on the z index, click backspace to inherit the value, okay? Alright, so basically we have added all the image in this container. But currently this is not looking the best. So I'm gonna use some really cool custom CSS for this section. It's really easy. Just go to the JFD website and you'll have all the custom CSS present here. So first we have some problem here. As you can see, as we are making all these images position absolute or custom positioning, we're having an unwanted horizontal scroll here, which is really bad for our website. You don't want an horizontal scrolling. If you have horizontal scrolling on your website is not responsive. Okay, so first to fix that, we have a really great code. This is called hide horizontal overflow for the entire page CSS. Okay, so just from here, copy all this code, like select all this, then copy. You don't have to understand anything in here. Just go back to the Elementor and click on this add widget, then search HTML. Then I'm gonna add this HTML widget into here. Then select this box, and in this box, we'll have a field to put HTML code. Okay, so I'm simply gonna paste the code I just copied from the JFD site. And right after pasting the code here, you can see the horizontal scroll bar is gone. Great. Now I'm gonna use some cool CSS to really stylize all this image together. So first of all, I want to make this image have a really nice animation. So let's go back to the page here, JFD page, If you scroll down, you'll find this object rotated animation CSS. Just copy all this code and go back here. Then open this custom CSS code. And previously we have pasted this whole code, but as you can see, this is a style tag, right? This is a style opening and this is the style ending. So what I'm gonna do is, inside this, I'm gonna leave some space. After leaving some space, I'm gonna just paste the code. So what I just did, inside this style code base, I just added the second code from here, okay? But even after adding the code, nothing seems to happen, right? So simply, if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll have this object rotated animation CSS class. This was object rotated animation CSS and this is object rotated animation CSS class. Just copy this rotated text, go back here and select this first image inside this container, which means this circle nice image. Now scroll down and under this CSS class, just paste the class name. And after pasting, it is giving us a really nice rotation with this image. How cool it's looking. And the interesting part is you can actually use this class on any element on your website. For example, I cut this rotated CSS class and maybe we can select this image, this flower image, and on flower images CSS class, if we paste this, the flower will be starting to rotate. Okay, so this is so cool. Alright, so let's put it back in the first image. Alright, so keep it rolling. After that, I'm gonna add other effects to the other images. Okay, so let's select this second image. So for the second image, the effect will be really simple and we're not gonna use any CSS because we have some effects present in our Elementor Page Builder Pro version. Okay, so if you open this motion effects, you'll have many options like scrolling effect, mouse effects, entrance animation. So first I want a mouse effect. So let's toggle this mouse effect on and I want this mouse track effect. So click on this pencil icon, then keep the direction to opposite and make the speed 1. Okay. Now, if I take my mouse on this image or in this area, you can see this image is following my mouse. So this is giving us a really cool effect. All right. So this is one effect for the second image. Now I want to add another effect. So this is more of an animation. So we have this entrance animation. If we click it, we have many options like fade in, fade down, zooming, bouncing, all these. For this one, I'm gonna select this fade in. And on the animation duration, I'm gonna select this slow. And now see what happens when anyone first visit your website or refresh your website. This image will load up like this so smoothly with an animation, fade in animation. Okay, really nice. Now it's enough for the image 2. So let's move to the third image. So let's scroll down and add some animation and effects. From the motion effects, turn on this scrolling effects. Then here, I want to turn on this horizontal scrolling. So click here and now see what happens. First, keep the direction to left and make the speed 1. Now, as I scroll down in the page, you can see simply on scrolling, this image is reacting. Okay, really cool. After that, let's add a entrance animation. So in the entrance, I'm gonna make it fade in right. So making it fade in right, it will appear from the right side like this. Cool. All right, now let's move to the fourth image. For the fourth one, I just want to add the entrance animation and nothing fancy. So fade in right would be good. Perfect. Now for the fifth image, which is this flower, maybe I want a scrolling effect. So scrolling effect on, horizontal scroll on, and keep it to left. So on scrolling, it will react like this. And finally, an entrance animation to fade in left. All right. Now the last image over here. And for this image, I want to add a really special animation. So for that, I want to use really simple custom CSS. So go to the website here. If you scroll down, you'll find this object floating animation CSS. Just copy it from here, all the code. Go back to Builder, Page Builder, and inside this HTML code, the process is same. Add some space inside the style tag and add the code. And after adding the code, nothing has happened because we have to put some class on any specific element. So I want this animation in the lip, this lip image. So we have a class as well. This is object floating animation CSS class. Copy this floating and as you know, add the class in this CSS class. And you see, after adding it, this image is started to giving a really up and down animation. It feels like this image is floating, right? If we close this, we can see it nicely. Super nice. So if I want to show you, this is how our banner section will look when it first loads. And that's awesome. Okay, so after that, let's close this container. And after this container, I want to add a widget, which is this spacer. Just drag it here after this container. But you might mistakenly put this spacer inside this container. But what I want to do is I want to drag this spacer outside of this container, then close the container, then drag the container before this spacer. So what happened? This spacer widget is not inside this container like this images. It's outside of this container, okay? Sometimes we have to use some trick to place the elements on the right place. And especially when we are using so much custom positioning. Alright, so on the spacer, let's make this space. So basically the spacer simply adds some space or leave some space on any place, right? So I'm gonna make it 55, so it will leave some space after all these. Okay, so after this spacer, let's add another widget, which will be this heading widget, because I want to add some text. Add it here, and mistakenly it's also inside this container, so repeat the process, just make it up to here, and then make the container up to here. And I want to put this heading after this spacer. Okay, so after readjusting, so I'm just gonna paste my text because I don't wanna waste time to type all this text, okay? After that, let's go to the style tab and make the alignment to the center, so the text will be on the center. And let's make this text color. I'm just gonna type the code 484848, okay? Then on the typography, I want to make this text font to Poppins. Search Poppins, select this, and this will be Poppins. Then text size, let's make it 20 pixel. Then font weight for this, let's make it 400. And line height, let's make it 30 pixel. After that, let's go to the advanced tab, then unlink the margin, and just on the bottom, type -15. And again here, I'm using this minus value on this margin because, for example, I type 50 here, it simply adds gap on the bottom, right? But if I type -15, this text is getting pulled little bit to the top, right? Alright, so after this text, I want to add another heading. So let's drag in right after this. Then let's paste my text. Then let's style this text, go to the advanced, make it centered using alignment. Then for this text color, I want to make this one a little bit darker. So 131313, and it will be really black type of color. And for the typography, I'm gonna select a different type of font, which will be type Oswald. You will find this. After that, let's make this size 60 pixel and weight 600. Then make the line height 80 pixel. Then go to the advanced, then make the margin all 0. Okay, so this is the text looking really nice. So after this text, I want to add a spacer again. And on this spacer, let's make it 81 pixel. And then after this spacer, I'm gonna actually add the final element inside our whole banner section. So go to here, like in the widgets, and drag this button inside this. Let's change the button text. We can actually type this because it's small. So shop now, okay? And with this button, I want an icon. So we have this icon option. We have two options for the icon. One is we can select any icon from the WordPress library. It is using font awesome icon. You can select any of them, all are free. But another option is custom option. We can add our own icon. So we have to just click on this upload SVG. And by the way, you have to enable this unfiltered file uploads. Just click on this enable. And in this field, we have to upload all of our icons. So if we open our folder, images folder, you will have this SVG image. Inside the SVG, everything is image, but it is in SVG format. Just drag all these inside our media. And all the images will start to upload like this. Also, after getting uploaded, it may show one image, but all you gotta do is close this media and open the media again. If you are facing exactly like this, you can just upload all the items again, and then you'll see everything, like every image is uploading at once. Alright, so everything has been uploaded, but I can see this is duplicate because it has been uploaded 2 times. I'm just gonna delete this extra one, okay? Delete permanently. Alright, so for the icon, we are selecting the icon for this button. So I'm gonna select this icon. This is called IMG 12, okay? Select this. This icon will be added right here, but I want this icon on the right side of this text. So let's use this icon position to end. Alright, then icon spacing, let's make it 25 pixel. After, let's style this button, so go to the style tab and let's make the position to center, and typography, make it all Oswald font as well. And let's make the font size to 30 pixel, and font weight keep it 500, and line height 44 pixel. I want to use this transform to uppercase, and this button's text will be uppercase, okay? After that, we have this text color for this button. I want to make it fully white like this. So 6F is the color for white color, okay? After that, let's add a background color on this button. Right now it is green, but let's make it FF9100, and it will have a orange type of color. But I want to add a hover effect on this button. So let's click on this hover, and on the hover, we have a background type as well. Click on this color. In the color, put 00712D. And now if we take our mouse over this button, you can see this is giving us a nice hover effect. You can do anything with the hover effect, like we can change the text color on the hover as well. Like by default the text color is white, but if we make it red on the hover, it will show a red color. Okay, great. But actually I want this white color. Okay, after that I'm gonna make this button fully round. So let's use this border radius to 100, and it will be like this. Then we have this padding option for the button inside the style tab. Usually we have padding option in the advanced tab, but for the button we have the padding in the style, okay? So unlink the padding, make it 10 pixel, 10 pixel, 10, and on the left 53 pixel. Then go to the advanced tab and unlink the margin. Then just on the bottom type -55, and it will be placed here. But as this button is a really special button in the banner section, I want to add a custom CSS on it, and we will make it really cool. So let's go to the JFD website, and if you scroll down, we have this hero button CSS. So this button is the hero button. This is called this. So let's just copy all this code. Don't have to understand anything, just copy and paste into our code base inside the style like this, okay? And of course, let's copy the style class, hero-button, and come back to the button, scroll down and put the class here. And after adding, you can see how nice the button is looking. And by the way, in the build mode, we can see this HTML code is being over anything, right? Like everything on this button. But this is only for the building mode. If we close this panel, the custom CSS widget area will be gone. So that is like a temporary step, okay? And one thing in our banner, in this area, this is kind of looking empty on this area and this area. I just want to add some texture to make it fulfilled. So I'm gonna use some images to add the texture. First of all, let's add an image widget. Maybe after this button, but I'm actually gonna drag this image after this container. Then let's select the image. In the middle, scroll down, you'll find these blur images. This is called BG-IMG1. So select this, and I'm gonna also position this image as well. So let's turn on this position absolute, and horizontal orientation to left, and offset -25, then vertical to top and offset 115. And this image will be right here. Now I want to add a simple entrance animation. So in the motion effect, select this as fade in left. Alright, so after this image, I want to duplicate this because I want 2 of them. So for the second one, let's change the image. So I'm going to select this one, BG-IMG2, and for this one's position, make it horizontal orientation to right, then offset -25 and vertical to top. And for this offset, I want to make it default like this. Like put nothing here, keep it empty. Alright, so that's it. So overall we can see our banner section is looking really cool with all the animations and all the scrolling effects. Now it's time to make the section fully responsive. Right now this is fully desktop friendly, so this is on the desktop mode as you can see here. But if we click on this tablet mode, this is showing us a tablet screen size. But we can see this is not the best, not the best. And also for this mobile screen, this is showing the mobile screen. This is also really messed up like this. It is really easy to make the section responsive using Elementor Page Builder. So let's get to the work. So first select the tablet mode. So for the tablet mode, it's gonna be really easy to fix. First of all, let's open this container that holds all this image and select this fourth image first. Then for this one, let's go to the style tab and make this width to 70%. That will make it a little bit smaller. Then go to the advanced, and I want to reposition it to make it look good. So on the horizontal orientation, make it minus 81 pixel. Then vertical to bottom and keep it as it is, like 30. After that, select this image, which is sixth image. Then I want to position it to horizontal orientation minus 137. Then vertical, make it bottom, and I want to make the value really specific. Just type minus 0.011 and it will be like this. Then lastly, grab this button, then go to advanced, and on the margin unlink it. Instead of that big number, let's make it minus 44. And if you want, you can just grab this spacer widget and maybe you can decrease the spacer width a little bit. And in the tablet mode, this is looking perfect. Also, you can grab this floating leaf, which is this floating image. Now let's position this as well. So horizontal orientation, keep it left, and horizontal offset 81 pixel, and keep the vertical orientation as it is. And right here it's looking pretty good overall. So if you scroll down, we can actually grab this button, and instead of this 55, unlink it, make it minus 44. And also if you want, you can grab this spacer widget and make this maybe 60 pixel, and overall it will look good. After that, we have this text. Let's select this big text, which is this heading. After that, let's make the font size of this text 40 pixel, and it will look really nice. So you can see in the tablet mode, our banner section is looking perfect. Now let's go to the mobile mode and see how it looks. Currently it's looking like this, but let's fix it. So for the mobile mode, we have to go through all these images because they are bigger than they should be. So first, let's select the first image and go to the style tab, select the pixel property on the width, make it 360. Then select the second image, go to the style, make the pixel and make the width 260 pixel. Then the third image, let's make the width 220 pixel. After that, this image, first let's make the width 180 pixel and go to the advanced to position a little bit. First on the horizontal, type minus 72 pixel and vertical minus 30 pixel. Then we can make the Z index minus 2 pixel because in the mobile mode I want to send this to backward. Okay, then after that, let's select the fifth image, and for this one I'm gonna make the width 220 pixel and let's align it or position it minus 53 on the horizontal and on the vertical minus 15. So the last image, I want to make it 220 pixel and then let's position it horizontal minus 102 and vertical type minus 0.01, and this should be good. Now I want to select these texture images on the background. For the first one, let's make it minus 77 pixel and on this vertical 125 pixel. And then the second one, we can just make it like minus 77 on the vertical and it should look pretty good. Now let's move to this text because these are looking really ugly. So first one, this, I'm gonna make it 18 pixel, and this big text, let's make it 35 pixel, and line height, I'm gonna make it, first select the pixel, then 50 pixel. Then we have this spacer, we can decrease it to 50 pixel, and let's grab this button because this button is really big for the mobile mode. So first go to the style of this button, and first I'd like to change the typography to maybe 27 pixel, and let's edit the padding here. instead of the 53, let's make it 10 first, then unlink, and on the left 40 pixel. And finally what I'm going to do is select this banner section, this whole banner section, and from the advanced tab, let's unlink the padding and 36, 20, 0, and 20 pixel. And here I feel like this text needs some space between, so from the advanced we can unlink this and it will be good. But on this mode we can see an extra horizontal scroll bar is appearing because we have only one section right now. That's why it's being like this. When you create another section after this banner section, then it will have enough scrolling space, then it will be fixed automatically, okay? But you can see in the build mode it is looking perfect. Or we can publish this, and if we go to our front-end website, refresh, we can see an extra horizontal scroller is coming, but it will go on its own, okay? So let's go back to the desktop mode and move to our next section. Alright, so next we're gonna make our about section. But before that, I want to tell you a method. With that, everything will be a bit more faster. So that is global settings. So for that, click on this site settings. In here we'll see so many options, but we need to work on few of them. So first of all, let's go to this global colors. And in the colors, we can see we have some colors like primary, secondary, text, and accent. And with that, it has some default colors. So first of all, let's change the primary color to FF9100. So the reason I put this orange color to the primary, because we're gonna use this orange color so many times in the process of making our website. So imagine we are typing this code so many times. But now when I add it to the primary color, we don't have to type this color again and again. Alright. After that, we have the secondary color. So in the secondary color, I put a color code which is 131313. And we will be using this code multiple times as well. After that, we have this text color. In this, I want to add 484848. Almost at all paragraph colors, this color will be used. After that, we have this accent. In the accent, I want to make it 00712D. And we will use this green color mostly on the hover effects. Alright. Now after adding, let's click on the save changes. Then click on this back button. And we have done the color. Now let's go to the global fonts. In the global font, the concept is same, primary, secondary, text, and accent. But instead of the color, we have the typography. So our most used font family will be Oswald, this font. So we don't have to type Oswald and select it again and again so many times. Now for the other elements here, we don't have to put anything, but actually you can predict a font size. For example, if you can predict that you're gonna be using 30 pixel font size, so we can actually put the 30 pixel here. I don't prefer to put anything, any values rather than the font family. So I'm gonna keep it this font family and close it. So on the second one, second most used will be Poppins. So select the Poppins and close. Then we have this text. For the text, keep it Roboto because Roboto font is very good for all paragraph and small text. So after we have this accent, on the accent as well, I'm gonna select Oswald. Alright. So basically we're using three type of fonts. One is Oswald, second is Poppins, then the third is Roboto. So I repeated the Oswald in the accent as well. Okay. Now let's save the changes. Then go back. Now if you scroll down, you'll have this layout option. Go here. First you'll have this content width. Make the content width 1240 pixel. After we'll have this gaps. Make the gaps 0. After, if you scroll down, you will find this breakpoints. In the breakpoints, currently we have this desktop, tablet, and mobile mode, right? But I want another screen size in between. So if you click on this plus icon, you'll see this laptop. Select this laptop, and it is added here. Now save the changes. Now it says reload the Elementor because I have made some modification on the breakpoints. So simply click on this reload now. And you see after reloading, it has been added here. This laptop screen is here. Okay. Now currently it is looking like this, but don't worry, this is a glitch. If we close the site settings, it will be fixed again. But before that, I want to go to this additional settings. And it will take you to the dashboard and in the Elementor's settings. From here, click on this features. And if you scroll down, you'll find this nested elements. Make this nested element active. and scroll down all the way to the end and save changes. After saving it, just close this tab, new tab it opened for you, and you will be here. And finally click on this close. And we are back again in our page builder. Alright, so let's move ahead to the next section. So let's take a container in this box and rename this container. This will be about section. And by the way, this is a single container. This is for the HTML widget where we put all the code. So to organize it, I'm just gonna rename this custom code, and I'm gonna keep the custom code at the very end of everything. Okay, so we have banner section, then we have about section. So first of all, on the about, let's make the direction to row, and you see already it is gap 0. We don't have to put the gap 0 gap value. Okay, after that, let's go to the advanced, and padding, let's make it 70, 30, 165, and 30 pixel. After that, let's add a heading, add a container inside this about section, and let's make this container, make sure it's full width, and on the width type 33.333. Type this value, then go to the advanced tab and unlink the padding, and just on the right side 43 pixel. Now inside this container, let's add a widget. This widget is called, we can search here, icon box. You'll get this one, just drag in here, and this widget will be loaded here. And this is how this widget looks. It has an icon, it has a heading text, it has a paragraph. Okay, so here first of all I want to change the icon. So one way to change the icon is library, but we're gonna use this upload SVG. So for the icon, I'm gonna use this. This is IMG 13. I don't know why it's duplicated like this, IMG 13, but let's select this. Then let's change this heading text, this title. I'm gonna paste my text. Then this paragraph, I'm gonna copy and paste my text. After that, let's go to the style tab, and first icon position, let's make it top, and icon spacing, let's make it 0 pixel. Then content spacing, let's make it 13 pixel. After that, let's open this icon drop down. In here, as you can see, the primary color selected as this orange color. We don't have to type the color code again. So we have size here, let's make the size 100 pixel, so this icon becomes bigger like this. Now let's open the content. In the content, this first title color, let's click on this global icon, and we'll find all the colors like primary, secondary, text, and accent. And we have set all the colors for it in the global, right? So for this one, let's select the secondary color, and it will have a black color. Now on the typography, first let's click on this global and select the primary, and if we open this typography, we can see it is already selected as this Oswald font. Great. Now just we have to type this font size 30 pixel and line height 44 pixel. After that, we have this description. For the description color, I'm gonna select this text, and as you can see, it is already selected as this text, so it is good. Just for the typography, make sure you select this as secondary, and in the typography, open this. As you can see, this is selected as the Poppins, but the size should be 14 pixel and line height should be 21 pixel. And we're good with this typography and colors. Now let's go to the advanced tab, and I'm gonna use this width to custom width and select this pixel. Then I'm gonna type 295 pixel. Then I'm gonna make this align self to end. Then for this one, I'm gonna use some really simple CSS. Just go to this website and you'll have this icon box CSS, this small chunk of text. Copy it and paste this in the code base, like add some space and paste. Then just copy this class name, icon box, and put it inside this icon box, just here. So it will basically help us in the responsive mode. Okay, apparently we cannot see anything, but it will help. Alright, so after this icon box, let's add a spacing widget, this spacer, and make the spacer width to, space to 60 pixel. Then after this spacer, I want to add another icon box, and it will be same as like this. So instead of adding one, let's duplicate the existing one. And after duplicating, I'm gonna bring it down after this spacer, so it has some space between them. Okay, and after this, I want another icon box. So basically in a column I want 3 of them, so I want space again here, so we can just simply copy the spacer here and add it between them. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is simply change the icon for every one of them and text for each one. Okay, so for the icon, second icon, let's select this one, img3, then second text to this, and for the third one's icon, select this heartbeat icon. Alright, now I'm gonna do a really cool thing with this. First of all, let's add an image widget right after this and select the image. If you scroll down, you'll find this dashed 1.png. Select this and go to the advanced. Make this position to absolute, and let's position it to horizontal to right, offset to -65, vertical to top, offset to 55. And what I'm gonna do is scroll down and open this transform, and we have this flip horizontal. If you click on this image will be flipped like this. Alright, so after this image, I want to duplicate this one and change the image. If you scroll down, you'll find this one. This is line 1. Select it and go to the advanced and position it. Make it horizontal right, offset 25, vertical bottom, offset. First select this percentage, then make it 46. It will be right here. Keep it like this, we'll fix it later. In fact, let's fix it right now. Like select this text and go to the advanced tab and make this align self to start, and this icon box will be moved more to the left, and this will be looking nice. So after this, let's duplicate it one more time and change the image to this one. This is dashed 2, and position this. Make the horizontal to right, offset -120 pixel, vertical to bottom, offset, make it pixel and 45, and this will be placed here looking like this. And now after this, it will all make sense when I add another container after this one. So to add a new container after this, just right click on this container and click on this add new container. So this has been added. So first on this container, make it full width and make it 33.333, similar to this one. Then let's make justify content center and go to the advanced, make the padding 0. Now inside, let's add an image and change the image. If you scroll down, you'll find this image. This is called bigbucket.png. Select it and this will be loaded, and I think it is already making sense that what we were doing with this. Okay, alright, so let's continue. So after this container, after this image, I want to add more of these contents but on the right side. So simply we can just duplicate this container on the left side and simply drag down this container to the right side, although it will be looking like this, but we can simply change it by selecting each items. But before that, let's select this third container we have duplicated. Just go to the advanced tab and instead of the right side padding, add the padding on the left side because the position is different right now. Okay, and now let's select each icon boxes, and from the advanced tab, for this side let's make it align self start. Then for the second one, let's make an align self end, and last one, of course, align self start. So overall it is giving us a like roundy placement, right? A circle like placement. Alright, so let's work on the little images here. So for this image, first of all, let's adjust the position horizontal to left and offset, -50 pixel, and vertical to top and make it 55. And now I want to flip this image again to the other side. So go to the transform, use this flip horizontal, make it default, and it will be like this. After that, we have this lined image. For this one as well, make it horizontal left, then 30 pixel, vertical bottom, and keep it as it is because this alignment is, vertical alignment is always right. Doesn't matter which side it is. And finally, we can just use this flip to flip it again. After this last one, let's make this horizontal left and offset -120, and vertical, keep it the same. Now let's flip it other way, and this is looking like this. And see how amazing this section is looking. This is showing the product's details by using little arrows. Oh, and by the way, I forgot one thing. Just we have to change all these icons for the right side. So for first one, let's change the icon to here. I'm going to select this one, IMG 11, and change this title to this. Nutrients provide. Icon should be this one, IMG 5. And then the last one, let's select this DNA icon. So our about section is looking really nice and professional. This is one of my favorite section in the homepage. And now it's time to make it fully responsive. So first of all, let's check on this new laptop mode. By the way, in the laptop mode, our banner section is looking really nice, so no work. But if you want, we can see this text is messing up a little bit, like it needs some space on the bottom. We can just delete this margin, so it will be good on the laptop mode as well. Okay, so after that, in the laptop mode, let's make our about section. Honestly, in the laptop mode, we don't have any work in the about section, so we can just move to the tablet mode. So in the tablet mode, we can't keep the initial or original layout like this because we don't have enough space for that. So we have to make the layout different in the tablet mode. So first, let's select our whole about section, and first on the layout, make this direction to column, and it will be vertically aligned as you can see. And then go to the advanced tab, and let's edit the padding, unlink it. Then on the top 100 pixel, on the right 30 pixel, then 165 pixel and 30 pixel. Then select this container inside this about section, first container. Let's close all of these first. Select this first container, then go to the layout. Then instead of this 33.33, make it 100%. Then make the direction to row. After making direction row, all item inside this container will be in a row. Okay, then we have this justify content, make it space evenly, so it will share all the space evenly. After that, we have this little images. I want to remove those images from the tablet mode, so to remove those, we can use this responsive. Open this responsive and hide it on the tablet and mobile. Just turn on the hide on these two. Although it is showing gray like this, but if we close this, close the build mode, we can see it is completely gone. So let's do the same for all of them. Just from the responsive, turn on this tablet and mobile, so it will be hidden on tablet device and mobile device. Alright, and one more thing on this container, go to the advanced and first make the margin 30 pixel on the bottom, so it will leave some space on the bottom side, and make the padding all 0. Alright, now of course in the tablet mode, these icons and text are so big, so let's select this icon box, and from the style, first make the icon size 80 pixel, and then text size, make it 24 pixel, and it will be nice like this. Now I want the same for the each one, so simply just copy this one, and if we right click on other one and paste the style, not paste the style, so it will paste the style only. And for this one as well, paste the style. Alright, so we are done and perfect with this first container. It is looking super perfect. Now let's move to this middle container. So first, let's make it 100% as well, so it takes the full space. And of course, let's select this image, and I really would like to make it smaller. Select the pixel, and let's make this 250 pixel like this. And we're done with this second container. Then let's fix this third one. So the process is the same as the first container. Just grab it, make it 100%, then make this direction to row, go to the advanced, make the padding 0, and then hide these little images, hide it to the tablet and mobile, and it will be gone. Now simply I'm just gonna copy this one and paste the style to the other ones, so we don't have to repeat the process on each of them. And this is perfect, but I want to select this container, and as you can see, we need some space on the top, so on the margin, let's make it 30 pixel. And overall, in the tablet mode, our about section is looking perfect. So you see how nicely we have solved the problem for a smaller screen. Now we have to fix it for the mobile screen, which is even smaller. So let's see how it looks. But we can see everything is kind of automatically fixed. Just we have to fix a minor thing, like we can add some space on the bottom of this icon box. So let's start from the start. Select this about section, and I'm gonna change the padding 100, then on the right 20 pixel, 130 and 20 pixel. Then let's select the containers inside. First one in the layout, just make it justify content center and align items center. And now work is simple, just select each of the icon box, and as you can see we need some space on the bottom, so let's use margin for that. On the bottom we can add 30 pixel. Then this one, actually before that let's change the icon size in here. Go to the icon, we can make it 60 pixel. And I think this text size is already good, so let's just copy this and paste the style so it will have the icon size and this bottom margin. And for this one as well, just for the last one I don't want the margin because it already has the margin. Delete this and should be good. Now select this third container because we don't have any work on this second container, it is perfect. So in the third container, go to the layout, make it justify center, align item center, and just paste the style in this icon from here. Okay, just make it like this, and on the last one remove the bottom margin. Okay, now in the mobile mode as well, our about section is looking really perfect. So our site is basically being fully responsive for every sizes. Okay, now let's go ahead and move to our next section, and this one will be really amazing one because it has so many great functionalities. Alright, so let's take a new container, and I'm going to rename this one ingredients section. Then let's make this boxed. After that, in the width, make it 1304. Now let's make this direction to column, and let's go to the style tab. And here I want to add an image, so let's select the image. For this one, select this pattern 3.png image, and this will be loaded. Now make the position top center, repeat, no repeat, and display size cover. And after this I want to add another image in this section as a background, so we can use this background overlay. Then in this background type, let's select classic and choose image. So for this time, select this pattern 1 image, and this one's position I'm gonna make it custom, and these options will come up. So in the X position, let's make it 0, and on the Y position let's make it 235. Then repeat, no repeat, and display size cover. And we have this opacity, just make it 1. Then go to the advanced tab and make the padding 30 on the right, 100 on the bottom, and 30 on the left. Alright, so after this let's add a container, make it full width, then make the padding of it all 0. And inside this let's add an image, and select, if you scroll on you'll see this image, select this badge image, and then from the advanced tab use this margin, and on the top minus 91 pixel, and this will be placed right here. And after this image let's add a spacer widget to add some space. 55 is good. Then after this I'm gonna add a widget which is called animated headline. Right after this widget, after this spacer, and this is basically used for animating text. But using this we're not gonna animate any text or heading. We're just using this for a simple purpose. So I'll show you why I'm using this in practical. First of all, let's change the before text here, and on this highlighted text I'm gonna paste this text, and on this after text this. Okay, so by adding these text in a different input, we have control over every text singly. Okay, so let's just go to the style tab. So first on the shape, this shape is for this animated grain shape. So basically we just want text, we don't need any shapes in this headline. Okay, so first of all, in the width I'm gonna make it 0. After making it 0, it will disappear because it won't have any width. After that, let's open this headline. So first in the headline, this is text color, make it accent color, and these two text will be colored green. And then let's make the typography, make it primary first, then let's make the size 40 pixel, and then font weight 400, then line height 59 pixel. And after this, let's work on this animated text, which is this middle one. So first I'm gonna make it accent as well, and let's make the typography. I'm gonna change the font family to Roboto. Then I'm gonna make the weight 700, which is bold. And then let's make the line height just 0, and it will be like this. After that, let's go to the advanced tab and make the margin minus 5 pixel on the bottom. And that's it for the text. This is looking really nice. It has two variations of the text. First is really thin text, and this middle one is the bold one and with a different font family. Alright, so using the animated headline widget, we can make some text like this. Okay, now after this, I'm gonna add a heading widget. And make it this. Then let's make the text align to the center, and color, make it text color. Then typography, make it secondary. Then size 20 pixel, and font weight 400. Then line height 30 pixel. Alright, after this, let's add another one. Another heading right after this, and change it to this. Then go to the style and make it center. Then I want this color secondary, and typography, let's make it 40 pixel, font weight 400, and line height 59 pixel. Alright, so this is it for this container, like on the header part, like on the top part. Then after this, I'm gonna add another container, and in this container many functional things will happen. So this one will be really amazing. So first of all, make it full width, and then on this mean height, I'm gonna make it 500. After that, if you scroll down here in the additional options, make the overflow hidden. After that, go to the advanced, make the margin 80 on the top and 80 on the bottom. Then make the padding 0. And now inside this, let's add a new container, and I'm gonna rename this container ingredient 1, because we're gonna have multiple ingredients, so this is number 1. Okay, and for this one, first let's make it boxed and make the width 1060. Then make the direction to row and make the padding 0. Now inside this, I want more container, so add it, and this one will be col1. Then make the col1 width 55%. Then direction to column, justify content center, and padding 0. Then inside this col1, let's add an image. And for this, I'm gonna select this image and go to style, make this image to the left like this. Then after this image, let's add an icon box widget. Icon box, add it here. Oops, I mistakenly put it here. So simply just grab this icon box and bring it down after this image. Like this, okay? Inside this col1, image, then icon box. Then first of all, for this icon box, I don't need an icon. I just want this title and this description. So let's change the title to this and the description to this. Then go to the style, then make the alignment to left. Then let's open the content and text color, make it secondary. Then typography, let's make it 60 pixel, then 600. The line height 89 pixel. Then on this description, let's make the color text color, and typography, make it secondary, then make it 20 pixel, 400, and 30 pixel. After that, go to the advanced, and on the margin, make it -10 on the top. So this is simply done. So close this col1 and add a new container, and this will be col2. Then on the col2, make it 45 pixel. Then direction to column and make the padding 0. Then inside this, let's add an image and select an image. This one, select this image -2. And first, let's go to style tab and make this image's width 400 pixel and the line height also 400. Then make the object fit to contain. So So this shows the full image instead of covering the whole content with the image. After, let's go to the advanced and make the padding 14 pixel. Alright, so this is done. Like the middle container is done. So first I'm doing all the design, then I'm gonna show the functionality. After that, let's add a container. So this is third container. This should be direction to row and justify on the center. And on these gaps, I'm gonna use some gaps, which is 66 pixel. Then let's make the padding 0. Then inside, let's add an image widget and select the image. I'm gonna select the same image, this image -2, and let's go to style and make this image size 109 pixel and also the height 109 pixel. Then also make the object fit to contain. Then go to the advanced tab and make the padding 14 pixel. After that, let's scroll down and open this border option, then make it solid, and on the border width, make it 2 pixel. Then border color, let's make it D5E, D9F, this color. And the border radius, make it 100. And this image will have this nice circle border. So basically, I'm making this image a button. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna duplicate this image, 1, 2, 3, 4, and make it 5. So these images will be individual buttons, and by clicking on each buttons, here the image and content will be changed. Like if I click on this first one, there will be some content and image, but if I click on the second one, there will be whole different content and image. So this is basically a tab system. Okay, now let's work on the functionality. So first, I'm gonna start with the middle one, and inside we had ingredient 1, but I'm gonna duplicate this. Duplicate it 1, 2, 3, 4, and make it 5 of them. Okay, now for each one, let's quickly change the serial number, like ingredient 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now I'm quickly gonna change all the content and images for each of them. Okay, and by the way, one thing we can see after duplicating, if you select this ingredient 1 in the layout, it has the boxed width, but after duplicating, all the ingredients is having like full width. I don't know, for some reason this is by default, but I'm gonna quickly change it to boxed. Make sure this is boxed. I mean, make sure every ingredient is boxed and this width. Okay, so for the third one, it's boxed and it's this width. This can be a little glitch, right? So we just simply fixed it. Alright, so let's change the contents and images for the each item. So on the first one, I'm gonna make this title to this. So this is basically the ingredients name, and let's change the ingredients description to this. Then this image is okay. Then on the second one, let's change the title to this, and for the image, let's change it to, if you scroll down, you'll see this image img8. Select this, and third one's title is actually the right title for this one, so just change the image, select this one, and fourth one title will be this, and the image will be this image, and the last one's title, change it to this, and image, select this one. Alright, so we are done changing all the contents and images, and these are basically different ingredients. Okay, although right now it is looking like this, all one by one, but we'll make it really nice. Just wait and follow me step by step. So now let's work on these filter buttons. So these will be basically the filter buttons of this. Okay, so on these images also, let's change the image. So for this second one was this image, so second one's filter button should be the same image, right? So this, and third one was this image, so the same one, and fourth one was this, select this, and the last one was this one. Alright, and now I'm gonna start to use custom codes to make it really functional. So first, if you go to the JFD website, if you scroll down, you'll find this ingredients section, image tab CSS. First, I'm gonna just copy this big chunk of text and add it to our code base. Oops, our code base is on the top, so we can just make it on the bottom here. Alright, so in the code base, after everything and before this style tag, just paste the code, and after pasting, nothing will happen, you know already. And after changing, let's go to the JFD website again, and if you scroll down, you'll find this CSS class for this code. So from here, first of all, copy this herb section and go back here and select this single ingredient container. So first I'm gonna select this first one, then from the advanced tab, in the CSS class, add the CSS that you have copied. And as you can see, after adding this class, this ingredient 1 is gone. Like if you did not notice, I'm gonna show you again. If you remove this section is here, and if you add it, this is being removed. Okay, so that is exactly what we want. After that, we have the CSS ID. In the ID, just type herb1. Alright, after that, select this ingredient 2. Then in the advanced tab, paste the CSS class again, herb section, and this ingredient 2 will be gone. Then on the CSS ID, type herb2. Okay, just repeat the process like this. CSS ID, herbs, herb3 for this one, and CSS class, the same herb section. So ingredient 4, herb4, and herb section, and this last one, oops, we have to make it ingredient 5. Alright, so ingredient 5, CSS ID, herb5, and this section. So after adding the herb section on all of them, everything is being gone from here. But this is good, which means the code is working. Now go to the website again and scroll down a little bit, and you'll find this JavaScript code snippet. All of these were the CSS code, and this one alone is the JavaScript code. So just copy all this code and go back here. Then in our code base, so this was the style, right? Inside this style tag, every code we have added was CSS code. Now I'm gonna add some code after this style. So add some space and paste the full JavaScript code. Okay, so this is script tag. In the script tag, we keep all the JavaScript codes, and in the style tab, we keep all the CSS code. Simple, right? And now the magic is, after pasting the JavaScript here, if you scroll down, we can see this section is showing the content and image nicely. But you may ask, why is showing this section? Why it's not showing the first one? Because in the JavaScript code, I decided which item it should show here. So basically in the code, I set this one, which is this third, ingredient number 3 to show here. So if you want to change that, maybe you want to show this ingredient 1 initially. So for that, we have to edit the JavaScript a little bit. So this is super easy. So you have to be all the way to the bottom on this JavaScript. So under this set active section, we have this herb3, which is this one, right? But if we make it herb1, it will simply be herb1. Like initially the herb1 will be shown here. Okay, so I'd like to keep it herb3 because this is the center one. Alright, perfect. So now the thing is how to make this functional. Like if we click on this first one, it should show the first herb. Then if we click on this second one, it should show the second one. And now we'll add the nice tab functionality. So on click these different filter buttons, different ingredients will be shown here. Okay, so this is really simple. First, let's select this each images, which is we can call buttons. Okay, so if we scroll down, we have to paste a style. So from here, if you scroll down, we have this her button, this CSS class. Just put it here, and after pasting it, see if I hover on this nice border is showing up. Okay, so let's select the second one and do the same, then the third one. But for this third one, because this third one will be initially active one, so from here just copy this active class, and after this her button leave a space and add the active. So initially this will be like activated. Okay, alright, then this one, add the class, and the last one just add the class. Okay, so every one of them is having the hover effect. Now the hover effect is good. Now what I'm going to do is first select this first one. Let's start with the first one. If you scroll down, you'll have